Welcome everyone who's attending live and who is watching this replay. Welcome to Joyspring Online Family Festival. I'm Deanna Cluth, Vision Keeper for Joyspring, here to welcome you to Yoga Nidra to awaken the muse within, facilitated by Shri. I welcome Shri. Thank you for being here. Thank you for offering us this medicine.
Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for focalizing this offering, especially in this 2020 time we find ourselves in. Such an interesting place to be in the spiral of existence, right? It's like, feels like wave after wave, and we get to be with it all. We get to honor it all, every part of ourselves, every part of this human experience. And through the recognition and embracing of it all, we get to experience the medicine of it, which is a real gift. So customarily, when I lead these experiences kind of like live in person, I do a little check-in with everyone just to see how everyone is feeling and what the group needs. So it feels like I did have a little bit of a framework of what I wanted to work with, but yeah, Deanna or Sharon, if either one of you feel like you'd like to add a couple words or anything, I'd love to just know, first, if you have any experience with Yoga Nidra, and secondly, if there are, that's not even as important. What's important is in a few minutes, you're going to be invited to actually lay down, or you don't have to lay, you can just sit comfortably, but you're invited to get comfortable and be in a space of stillness within the body and openness within the mind. And I'd love to know if there are any words or affirmations that are arising that you would really like to hear. I see in the chat wanting to ground a lot of energy. Yes, yes, we are called to ground this. This is I think this is a really important piece. This grounding presence that we get to embody for ourselves first, and then through our own energy fields send out, right? Peace. Oh, I have the time for myself, and being slow is okay. Being slow is so okay, Sharon. Thank you for that. Those are deep. Yeah. Your pace is so perfect. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so I'm just gonna like note these down so that we'll be revisiting these themes a little bit later. Grounding and the perfect pace. Yeah, and time for the self. Good. That's really beautiful. So with those kind of in mind, I had said earlier that the theme for the day was, or the theme for this particular practice was going to be like around awakening our inner muse, right? And the magic of Yoga Nidra is we can work with many aspects. Oh, I hear you and you hear me. Oh, that's beautiful, Sharon. That's just gorgeous. Yeah, I do hear you and you do hear me. Isn't that an honor that we can hear one another? Yeah. Yeah, so my intention for this practice is to invite you into a space of interconnectionness with your creative essence, connection with that essence within you, that creative life force within you, and connection with that ground of being, that peace that passes understanding, in this space that is accessible within. I feel like I have a good kind of tune in to what is needed in this space. So if you are in a place to do so, I do invite you to lay down and get comfortable. If you are wanting to experience this seated, that is also fine. There's no wrong way to be with Yoga Nidra. Oftentimes I find that like laying on your back is really like the most supportive. You can just let your whole nervous system unwind and let your whole being just soften. And that is really great. But however you are is really welcome. So at this point, I do want to encourage you to get ready. Go ahead and get ready for the practice of Yoga Nidra. And that could entail maybe grabbing a little blanket for yourself or something to cover your eyes. Maybe you want a pillow under your knees or beneath your head. Or maybe none of those things. Again, there's no way to be with this practice that's wrong, and there's not really anything that you need to do. All that is needed is that you are comfortable and that you can hear the sound of my voice. It's actually not even important at all that you listen to the words that are being said, just to be here, just to be in this openness of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. That is more than enough. So, loved ones, welcome home. Welcome home to yourself. And welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra, exploring the peace which is accessible within. The peace of knowing I hear you and you hear me. And together we are free. Settling in now and making any adjustments that might be necessary. The idea for the practice of Yoga Nidra is that you become so comfortable, the desire to move does not exist. If, however, at this moment or any other point in the practice, there's anything that you can do which would support you in dropping into an even deeper state of stillness, you are encouraged to make those adjustments so you can settle down and be truly, truly comfortable. So with the body deeply settled and held by the earth, you can begin to allow the awareness to drop into the back of the body, noticing the places where this body meets the body of the earth or the support beneath you, and sensing into that stability, that presence of the mother's love available within the earth, knowing that she holds you safe and sound. And just as you are, You are welcome. Settling the body and beginning to turn the attention towards the breath now. Simply noticing each breath as it moves through the land of your body. As each breath comes into the body, you could explore how it might feel to experience that inhale as the dawning of a new day. Inhaling dawn light across the land of the body, up into that fullness at the height of the inhale, like the fullness of the noontime. And then as the breath leaves the body, it could be like the land of the body experiencing the closing of the day, down, exhaling through the late afternoon into the twilight and the nighttime, until you come to rest at the end of the exhale when all the breath has left the body. And that could be like the nighttime of the breath. Inhaling dawn light up to the fullness of the day at the height of the inhale, down through the dusk and the twilight and into the nourishment of the night as the breath is all the way out. Feeling each breath like the whole of each day. Every breath could be like a whole day. Feeling this cyclical way of being, flowing effortlessly through these aspects of creation. And then allowing the breath to continue on its own. The breath continuing on its own. And the mental attention turning now to any intention you may have for your practice. Perhaps the intention could be a sankalpa you work with. If so, you could mentally affirm that for yourself now. Perhaps the intention could be simply to listen in to the deep wisdom of the body. Perhaps the intention could be to feel yourself moving at the perfect pace. Time for everything and every part of you. Maybe something else entirely, or maybe nothing at all. Whatever is present in your mental attention and awareness, just allowing it to be. Allowing all to be. So with the body and the breath now settled in this openness of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. You could explore how it might feel to welcome any sensation which may be present inside the tongue, sensing into the wisdom and the creative pulse available on the tip of the tongue. Feeling into the root of the tongue and the floor of the mouth, the ceiling of the mouth, both gums and the teeth. Welcoming all sensation arising in the whole of the mouth. And noticing any sensation along the inside of the cheeks, right and left, and the outsides of the cheeks, left and right. Sensing into the nooks and crannies of the right ear, the outer ear, and the inner ear. And sensing into those nooks and crannies in the left ear, outer ear, inner ear, left ear, right ear, right temple, left temple, left eye, right eye, and the tip of the nose. Space between the eyebrows, what sensation is here? Forehead and the whole of the scalp. Welcoming all sensation arising inside the whole of the head. And like warm liquid light, this peace of presence could drip down the back of the head and the back of the neck, and the sides of the neck and the throat, and the whole of the neck and the whole of the head, filled with loving awareness. This warmth of peace and presence and stillness radiating out from the softness at the base of the throat, across both collarbones into both shoulders, and then pouring down both arms, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of both hands, and the backs of both hands. Sacred, peaceful flow, flowing into the tips of both thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, little fingers, whole of both hands. The awareness of all sensations arising, flowing back up inside both arms, from the wrists to the elbows, to the shoulders and back, to the softness between the collarbones, down to the center of the breastbone, home in the deep heart's core, welcoming every sensation arising in the deep heart's core. Sensing the peaceful flow inside the left breast and over inside the right breast, down through each rib and its neighbor and into the diaphragm. Peace flowing into the belly. Right side, left side, whole abdomen, down into the pelvis, welcoming all sensations arising in the whole of the pelvis. From the right side to the left side, to the center and down through both hips, thighs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, and the soles of both feet. Liquid light flowing, all sensation welcome at the tops of both feet, both big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and even those little toes. Loving awareness, peaceful presence in the soles of both feet, back inside the ankles, the knees and the hips, home to the center of the pelvis, the whole body bathed in awareness. All sensations welcome. All sensations welcome. Welcoming all sensations present in the whole of this resting body, and exploring how it might feel on every exhale to let go a little more into the earth. Exhaling, letting the weight of the body drop into the earth. Feeling the body deliciously heavy, held, grounded, and supported. On every exhale, dropping deeper into the weightedness of this body. And then on every inhale, how would it be to feel that peace of weightlessness in this spacious openness. There is peace, there is perfect pace, there is time for everything, time for myself, time for everything, all in perfect time. On each inhale, opening a little more, surrendering into the spacious freedom of this weightless peace, this spaciousness of abundance of time. And then exhaling back into that grounded presence. Every exhale, feeling how the earth has your back, and every inhale, feeling the perfection of each moment and the peace of spaciousness. Exhaling into the support of the earth and inhaling into spacious peace. And then in this openness of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra, how would it feel to embody and embrace both of these experiences at the same time? To feel within yourself both grounded, present, stable, and spaciously peaceful, expansive, and filled with an abundance of time. Welcoming both of these things in the awareness at the same time. And knowing yourself to be this openness of awareness from which everything arises and dissolves, you can allow that little game, that exploration of polarities, to dissolve. You can be aware of each breath as it moves through this resting body. And you can be aware of the way this resting body is embraced by the body of the earth. Feeling the truth of this knowing. I hear you, you hear me, and together we are free. I hear you, you hear me, together we are free. So, as this practice of Yoga Nidra begins to gradually draw towards a close, you can bring with you into the rest of your day, whatever it holds for you, the blessings of this practice. You can carry with you throughout the rest of your embodiment this remembrance of grounded peace and spacious abundance. You truly are this openness of awareness from which everything arises and dissolves. This practice of Yoga Nidra is coming towards a close. You can breathe and stretch and maybe rub the palms of your hands together and maybe bring them over the eyes. Before you open your eyes, you can blink your eyes open behind the palms and maybe move the tongue around inside the mouth, checking to make sure all your teeth are still there. Feel your fingers, make sure your fingers and toes are all still there. You've got arms, you've got legs, you've got this beautiful body. So this practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your practice. I will offer to the space as we are coming back and, settling into whatever is next for us. I will offer to you a little affirmation practice that I really love. And if it feels good, maybe you'll love it too. So the affirmation is, with great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. And in Sanskrit, this is like one way of translating the beautiful mantra Om Namah Shivaya. I really love to offer there's a little mudra practice, a little hand position practice that goes with this magical thing. So what you can do is you can take your left hand, put it out, palm up, and then drop your right hand on top of it. So the palms are like this, and then you touch the thumb tips together. And if you look, you kind of have little birds, right? So you take the birds of your hands and you bring them to rest over the nest of your open heart. And this mudra by itself is a mudra to heal a broken heart. So whether it's your heart that's broken or it's someone else's, we know there are hearts breaking around this world. And as we are all connected, if one heart is broken, all hearts are broken. We can hold this mudra and this affirmation of homecoming for ourselves and for all around us. There's a little song that goes with this that I'll just lead briefly. And if you want to sing along, you can. Maybe it will become like a close friend to you as it has become to me. So we'll start with the English and then go into Sanskrit a little. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Here comes the Sanskrit. Om Namah Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Namah. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Hari-Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri. I'm so grateful for the invitation to connect to my broken heart and the broken hearts around the world. I've been waking up every morning and just the first thing in the morning, going to the bathroom, and then it just, I just bawl and cry. And without any attachment to what it might be, I just know it's energy moving through me. But the healing and actually connecting to that broken heart was just profound just now. So thank you. And thank you for that yoga nidra. That was really welcomed medicine. Thank you.
Honor.
Beautiful.
Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for, I really want a presence that, like so many of us, are moving collective energy at this time. And what a sacred calling that is. So thank you for your service and for your open-heartedness.
Bless you for this practice, and abundant blessings to all who join in at a later time and space to receive this balm. Thank you. I will share all of Shri's contact information on the site and the replay page if you want to reach out and contact her and for any questions or follow-up. Thanks again.